One of the things that I've been doing still is planning. And last night he even goes, do you need the light to plan? Because I like to plan. Here's okay in my home office, but I like to plan by my bedside, right? And so this is the Teresa Collins Happy Planner. So you do not have to have this, you guys. So I did some free PDFs. So right now on my website, you guys, literally, I am not kidding you. There is no hitch. Go download them for free. Okay, there's 3 right now. I want to do more. I want to keep doing that because I'm right now, I'm telling you, with the way things are, like there are people that it's going to be fine and they're going to be able to continue to spend, and there are going to be people that are like, I'm not going to buy a thing for a while. And I get that, you know. So I wanted to give back in a small way. Let me show you the 3 things that you can get. This is one page. This is, I printed it out to fit, and I just literally, because what I knew is like every one of you guys have a different planner. Everybody, whether it is, this is the Happy Planner, the Teresa Collins Be Happy one. You could do it in any planner though. You could, if it doesn't matter which brand you use. You can print these out. This is printed out, and there's still like today, life is, and then I've added a couple little things. I think I added this and a sticker along the bottom. This is the Teresa Collins Simply Gilded Washi Tape that says work hard, stay humble, yes you can. We had an earthquake, and so this was my day in March 18th. So you can download this, and then let me go ahead and show you the other 2 pages. So this is another page that you can download. It is the Never Give Up page. So you can see I am on day Thursday here where I'm doing the, and I just cut it out and I put it on a regular page here as well. Because what works for you, and I'm going to do a few more that are completely free. And here's another one. This is the one with the pink boxes. It's a daily one too. And it says, look for the good and the bad. Now, when you're going, but wait a minute, Teresa. So those are the 3 free downloads. You're going to say, well, wait a minute. I'm at home, or I don't feel like planning. Like this is, I'm not very happy right now, or whatever. And I've seen, and how this kind of came about is I was talking, you know, we've still been FaceTiming, and not only our families, but we're still doing, you know, very limited, but we're still working, trying to. And one of the things that I found was a lot of people are like really feeling overwhelmed and stuck, and it's very, very easy. Like Brian keeps telling me, because I'll have the TV on when I'm working, and he goes, turn off the TV, because that's how we're here. Yes. Everybody's mentality is going to be, it's really hard to not be wondering, maybe fear or anxiety. I hear a lot of people with anxiety, right? I think that's very, very natural. And as a family, we are all like, literally, we're not seeing any of our kids. We're not visiting anybody. No one's visiting us. So that we are very like trying to, what's that word they're calling? Social distancing. And so we're taking that very, very seriously. As we, you know, I think we owe it to everybody to do that too. Obviously, I'm so grateful. How about you, for the people that are out there working and helping, and the medical, and the people that like my girl's dad, just so you know, he runs all of the water, like pretty much not through Salt Lake. Like I don't even know, like he is like the one person. And so I look, you know, and obviously he's working full time, because we need water. We need to make sure we have all those things. And so one of the things that I did for mine, because I thought, well, how can you still plan when you're like for me, I have 3 planners. I have this one, which is like kind of like a guided journal planner. I have my Teresa Collins Happy Planner, but I also have my Teresa Collins like regular planner, like I call it my, oh, it's kind of buried here, but I like my purse planner. Okay, right? So I have this one that every day. So obviously so many things got canceled, appointments and all these things, and you're sitting there going, well, how can I use this time? So I just thought I would share a little bit about what I've continued to do and why, because I think that everybody plans in a different way. And whether, for me, like I always say this, there's no planner police, there's no crafting police that's going to say you're doing it the wrong way. Like, why are you doing that? But also, I think the power of our thoughts is very, very, very big. And so being intentional with what we're doing every day, you need to focus. Like I say, at least give yourself 10 minutes a day to build yourself. So that's part of my planning. And so for me, let's just go to, let's go to, this is my new book, Decide, Invest, Fix It, you know, whatever these different things like. Let's go with K in the book, right? So imagine when you're planning, if you're not like, I'm going to be honest, I'm not the girl that plans and goes, I made my bed today, I brushed my teeth today. That's just not how I plan. I've always been more like just what I need to get done. But I also feel like for me, my planner is a message to me to build myself and to remember, you know, and those kind of things. So I thought I would share that. So today I'm going to share the K with you. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Despite the hard, the failures, the sad times, just keep going. And I think that's so important right now because we have to just keep going and look for the good and the bad. And that is something that sometimes is so hard to do. But okay, so we woke up to an earthquake, 7:09 a.m. Our house was rocking. It
was a long one.
It was a long one, you guys. It was 5.7, and the house was swaying. And I was literally like, wow. And first thing, of course, is I'm thinking about our children and our grandchildren. And I never once thought about like, but what happened, you guys, so the Salt Lake airport was closed. Over 80,000 homes were without power. Unfortunately, we're near the epicenter. Is that what they call it, epicenter?
Mm-hmm.
You guys, so many people's homes, they were in trailer parks and just, you know, in the city called Magna, so many people lost their homes. Kind of interesting because, you know, when I follow people, I heard a lot of people complaining that they were home and they were bored. And so my mind went, oh, you have a home, you know, and I told Brian that, I said, we have got to realize that we could have it worse. I always think about that. Like, okay, you guys, like, I know this isn't what no one wants to be, you know, limited in what they do. No one wants to have, you know, this fear or worrying about if they're going to have milk or bread or the things that are going on. So yesterday for me, it reminded me, and so I put this in my daily planner. So I wanted to share what I said. It's okay, I want to share what I said. So this is Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. And I said, earthquake and coronavirus pandemic. How was I courageous today? When you have guided things, remember, you can change anything you want. You can put a sticker on it. You can say, I don't want to answer that. So I put 24/7, make the most of today. And I said, I'm thankful for a warm house and shelter. I'm at home due to the quarantine. So they were saying, you guys, downtown Salt Lake had so many old buildings. The bricks were coming off. There was a school that had all this stuff. And they said it was a good thing children weren't in there because people could have been hurt.
Here's my positive spin today.
Give me your positive spin.
Earlier today, I was thinking, what if you woke up from a coma today and grabbed your phone and looked at the news and you're like, okay, level 4 travel advisory by the government. Don't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. Airlines suspending operations. Don't go out in public. Don't go to restaurants and bars. Lockdowns, quarantines, people dying from a disease. If you woke up today and read that, you'd literally think today was the end of the world. But look how well we've done with it. Look how good everybody's been. So we had to run out for a few things here and there. People are still behaving like nice people. People are basically following the rules. We're still here sharing stuff with people. So if this came out of nowhere, mm-hmm. and I think by and large, we're handling it pretty good. Mm-hmm. We're listening to the instructions we're being given. We're being good to one another. We're looking out for seniors and people with compromised immune systems. We're not going crazy other than toilet paper, apparently, mm-hmm. which I'm never going to understand that one. But think about it. If you woke up and saw today, you'd think literally today was the last day on Earth.
Absolutely.
But look how well we've done as we day by day adapted and dealt with everything that's coming at us, and try to take a positive approach and look forward. It's like it's gonna end. And here's my positive. I'm a pretty positive person.
You
Despite
actually
the fact
are.
that I'm a lawyer, I'm a pretty
No,
positive
you
person.
are, and we really kind of.
Here's my main positive from all of
Okay,
this.
let's go, Brian Weber.
I don't want it to happen at all, and I don't want it to last a long time. But if it lasts long enough to teach us lessons that last in our minds for a while, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to learn what matters. We're going to learn what we really can and can't do without. I mean, today was supposed to be day 1 of March Madness, right? Everybody's bracket should be filled out. People should be watching the tournament. All of a sudden, wait, there's no sports of any kind. That's crazy too. But look what everybody is turning to. Community, family, friends, neighbors. There's a lot of good things coming from a bad situation. And I just hope that when it gets back to normal, we all have a memory of having come together and done good things for one another, and that we keep doing better things for one another and focus on things that matter and not getting caught up in, you name the petty thing that people get caught up. Politics, family squabbles, chasing money, whatever. If people can learn a lesson from this, and I think we have, because everybody's being pretty cool about it.
I agree. I completely agree. And that's so funny. So that's how I'm planning, Brian, because like, obviously we're not out hitting the town. We're not going out to eat. We're not doing the things that we normally do. So that people that make me happy include. So like, this is, if you happen to have the Be Happy Planner, because some people really struggle with, like, I think, writing down what they want to do. And I always say this, like, no one else is going to read this. And I think there's power in writing things down so that years from now and later you go back, and one, it always helps me to go, wait a minute, I went through that. Or wow, like this is something, you know, and how we go through it. And I'm going to tell you this, and I really believe this, Brian, today is a blessing. Today is a blessing. We woke up, and despite everything we're going through, it is a blessing that we're alive. And we're here. And so I put the people, I said, you know, for once, social media, you guys, you're watching this right now. Like, imagine if this would happen in a time when we couldn't communicate at all. We couldn't know what was going on in the world. And so that's what I put today, is that I'm thankful that we are able to connect because of being able to go online and social media. And I said, today's highlights for me was, the only thing I know that I control is my attitude. And that I was, and this was, by the way, this was yesterday, washing our bed sheets. And I literally told, that was the highlight. Like, I even did the sanitary. It took like 2 hours by mistake, but I was like, I can't control.
Those are some really
that was today's highlight though. That was yesterday's highlight, Brian. But it's kind of true. And then I talked about that, something that said, how could I have improved today? And I talked this over with Brian. I said, you know how I could have improved it? I said, this has made me more aware that you can always have food storage or water storage or whatever, you know. But I now know that I could have been better at it. And I'm not a big, like, oh, what I meant is I wish I would have had, because we didn't go stockpile toilet paper. We just didn't. But had I done that, when the earthquake happened and the families needed water, they needed all kinds of stuff, I thought, had we had a lot more, we could have just dropped those things off. So that made me, so that's what I put in my planner, that it's going to make, I said, plan it. Like, I need to think about those things and be prepared for that. And I also am very grateful that that we have food still. Like, I think a lot of people were scared that we weren't going to have food, right? And that, like, so we could go. So my daily gratitude that I put in my planner was, it puts it all in perspective. We truly cannot appreciate enough all that we have. And you guys, that has nothing to do with a time date, but that is me thinking of, like, gosh, just like you said, Brian, being thankful, for what we have. And so some of the things that we're doing, here was like another thing like that I'm doing. So I plan like creating free PDFs. It says 1 solutions for a challenge that I faced today. I said creating free PDFs to give away, doing live chats, texting with people. Today's highlight, the other day, this was on Monday, by the way, like planner, I said that we got in the hot tub, that I ate a salad, and that I Marco Polo'd with my 3 girls, and I said self-care. And then the silver lining in all this is that I was going to focus on the good, and that our Good Morning America segments would all be rescheduled. And so, you know, appreciate everything. I am strong, self-care, adding these things to your planner, because I think it would be easy to put fear. And, you know, I'm just going to have faith over fear. Today's highlight in my planner, no lie, today's highlight, I don't know if you can see this. I've been, you know, I was telling Brian, it's kind of interesting because I felt really inspired for 2020 to do my stickers. And I did gratitude, and so much of it was just looking for the good. I mean, I've always been that way, but it really, really was like, I was like, gosh, you know, so much. And as I was looking at all my stickers and going through it, like everything that I've got here, start with gratitude, remember all that you have, write it down, keep going. I thought, you know what? It was really easy for me to add those things. So when I open up my page, and so today's highlight was that I got dressed today. I did my hair. I'm doing a Facebook Live. We have someone that we know from our factory that is actually going to send over, even though we don't need masks, we found out today that they are going to send them to us so that we can distribute them to anybody that needs it, whether we need to take them to the hospitals. And so really, really good things that are like still there. Another thing that what empowered me today, and I thought, I'll be honest, I'm like, what empowered me today? What can I put in my planner? So what I put today in my planner was, I got a really cool email from my friends at Franklin Planner. They are awesome, you guys. And I haven't really talked a lot about it because I don't want to, like, you know, take away from what everybody's going through and in the crisis and everything. But I'm doing a collaboration for 2021 with Franklin Planner, which Brian, was your first planner, Franklin Covey?
I still have it.
Yeah,
I looked at it today.
And so it's a complete system with them because you guys, like, I'm not kidding. Like, I am this girl, but I also wanted a ring binder. And so mine is fully leather. It's beautiful. I'm not even going to talk about it now, but it's just amazing. And so I've already picked out the colors, the Pantols. So the samples came in and they were so cool. They sent me an email, and Kirsten said, hey, I know you're lockdown. Can we just leave the things at your front door for you to approve so that we can stay on our timeline for everything that we're doing? And I was like, that really empowered me today. And you're gonna go, well, why would that empower you? Because first off, I was like, life is still going on, you guys. But also I am just really thankful that they were so mindful to do such a nice thing for us. And I'm just really grateful for that. So that empowered me today because I believe that we're all doing some good things. One thing I will share that's kind of good news is Franklin Planner, Franklin Covey's headquarters is here in Salt Lake. And when we launched the Teresa Collins collaboration, and you guys, I'm talking about, it's beautiful. It's very sophisticated, timeless, very minimalistic. It is the ring binders. Yes, it will be gold inside. Sorry if you're the silver girls. It's fully leather. I want it very, very nice. We are going to invite and people to come to Utah, to Salt Lake City at corporate headquarters for the big launch. And we will, I'm going to make it as many, I think we could get up to, I'm thinking 100, we could have like 100 people come, and we're going to do it. And so I'm aiming for it. I'm excited about it. And it will, like, we'll probably just do very, very affordable. Like, I mean, I'm talking about, like, if it was up to me, we'd do it all for free. Like, I know, right? But we'll figure out something.
That's true.
so excited about it. And I'm just like really honored. And I'm thankful that they reached out to me to do a collaboration, and I kept kind of like, and I loved perseverance. And yes, I will still be doing something with the Happy Planner too. What I thought I would show is some of the things, like if you print this off, this is free right here, this piece right here, you can decide when you print it on your, so this piece right here, I just took this and I put it right in my planner, you guys. I just did double-sided tape, and this is artwork for free that you can download. Now, some of you are gonna go, well, I'm not doing anything today. I'm not doing anything this day. So this is what I wanted to give you a suggestion, because for example, I said on Tuesday, faith over fear, and I put a sticker. You guys, that's okay. On Wednesday, I put the sticker. I have a sticker that says I'm a survivor, and I put Wednesday, earthquake and coronavirus, look for the good and the bad. And then Thursday, I have resilient, keep going, and I put Facebook Live. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, this is so personal to me. I don't want to downplay what we're going through. I don't want people, but I'm also not I've never been like a doomsday kind of girl. Like, I'm more like, hey, you know what? This sucks. Like, no one wants this. But we have been doing some funny things. We have been doing, I think we were attracted to each other for a reason. So we had dinner tonight, and I made it. And you guys, I kind of messed up on dinner. What happened? Be honest. What happened to my dinner that I made you?
Look, it's your famous soup, which is actually really good. Problem is, you put the amount of garlic salt you put in for, like, I don't know, 20 people.
So you're saying it was too garlicky?
We might need to just add some more other ingredients.
Okay.
And we'll be fine tomorrow.
So what did you say at dinner tonight?
No vampires tonight, though. We're good.
Tell them what was our plan? What is our plan for tomorrow? You guys, this is literally what he said in the kitchen after I gave him a lot of garlic soup. You said, do you want to go on a date with me tomorrow? Well, tell them what you did and why. Tell them what we're going to do.
Well, we're going to go on a date, which involves not going anywhere.
That's a cheap date for you, you cheap date. So where are you going to take me, Mr. Weber?
First to the kitchen for dinner.
Oh, yay. Okay, yeah.
Probably to the basement or the upstairs to watch
You're going to lock me in the basement?
I'm thinking about it. Maybe watch a movie.
Okay.
Some popcorn.
Ooh, you'll buy me popcorn and a drink?
Yeah, since we have a lot of popcorn downstairs.
You guys, I buy popcorn like a lot, all the time.
Here's the things we have way too much of, because she's like, I probably should just get more.
Would you stop?
Order. So every grocery order involves, I'm going to say 100 gallons of Diet Mountain Dew, at least a big carton of popcorn.
Popcorn every time.
Like, without fail.
We have, like, how many bags of popcorn? Over 100, probably easy.
For sure.
For sure. On your daily highlight, if you're planning or journaling, you guys, I think it's really important that you're writing these things down. For me, writing down, for example, this was Monday, and I have right here, I don't know if you can see this, it says coronavirus epidemic. And I did, I talk about the highlights of Monday was that I got in a hot tub with Brian. And we even talked about that. We're like, we're so thankful that we have a hot tub. And then I also put the highlight was that, you guys, I love salads. And the highlight literally in my planner is that I ate a salad.
It does make you pretty excited.
I love salads. And then the third one, that every day I can Marco Polo with my kids. And so it doesn't have to be, it has to be just personal to you. But also if you have stickers, like you guys, like, obviously I have a lot of stickers and all the fun stuff here, like this one, like you can see all my different stickers that I'm like using. And actually and I'm using my stickers and as a reminder, doubt and I am a survivor, be fearless, believe, and all the stickers that I'm using. Guys, I am slapping these stickers in my planner. For those of you who have the Be Happy Teresa Collins box, I I've heard some people talking about, I've seen online some people that have struggled what to say, like, for example, little things that bring me motivation. I actually want you to know that, like, I used stickers last night for my, I should say, I did it on the 16th for the whole week. And so I did, okay, what is little things that bring me motivation? And I did that every day of your life is a gift, make a difference, this all matters, you matter, and have a daily 24/7 gratitude mindset. Simple ways I can be kinder to others. And I talked about the online community and that, living, with intention still during a worldwide crisis, and having the intention of not, of just being myself. This was what I wrote on one area that I wanted to thrive in this week. That I wrote here, one area, because I'm like, how am I going to thrive this week from home? And I wrote this, and I said, fearless. And it was one of my fun stickers, fearless. And I said, I want to show the reality, but not in a way that comes across as fearful. We're all hearing all the bad. I don't want to contribute to that. So that's just for and we kind of talked about that because that's just really important to, like, for me to think, have I maybe shed a little bit of light today, if that makes sense, like in some way. And I really do. I'm like, that faith over fear attitude has really always served me well in my life. And it's been really interesting. Like, Brian's working, he's still working, he's still, I would imagine, especially as a lawyer, you probably have some clients that maybe aren't going to be like so willing to pay right away as normal, but you could sit there and stew over those things or worry about those things, or, I can't remember what day it was. And I did share this on the live earlier. I was like, I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday. I was like, like, we're not sitting there going, oh my gosh, Brian had mentioned that we had things scheduled, like, oh, well, this is for sale, and oh, this was supposed to be your silhouette thing. And I said, we're not doing any of that. I said, because I don't want, and I think it's completely wonderful that people are still continuing to sell online and doing their takeout and doing those things. And I said, right now, I'm going to a place with me personally and as a company that we're just letting things just go as they should. Planning has changed, for my normal planning. But I kind of look back on this, or I'm looking at it now, but I know in the future I'm going to look back on it and I'm going to go, wow, like how we simplified, how we had to, adapt, and we had to make the decision, were we going to, do this, and what did we do? What did we focus on? How did we spend our time? And so, if I watched a Hallmark movie today, I could have like put that Hallmark movie that I watched, or we're going on a date night tomorrow night in our house. And thank you for inviting me.
Dressed up real fancy.
I'm gonna get dressed up just for you.
5-star place we're going to.
Really? I'm so excited, you guys. So go on a date night.
I'm gonna promise you a 2-course meal.
Sounds so great. But I think that's just rolling with it. And I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I am not like, I'm just telling you what has worked for me. A lot of people probably feel like they shouldn't be spending, and I get that, or being very mindful of where they put their money and all that. And so this is a really good time to take your notebook, to take your planners, whatever you have, and start writing things down and using the stickers that you have. And I like, for example, you can tell, like, on my, like, be positive, you got this, never give up, and use what you have to hopefully be able to articulate, what you're feeling and what you want to put out there. And if you were following anybody or watching TV and it's stressing you out, like, try to pivot and do it a different way, because I really, like, I'm looking in my office right now and I see a sign that says never give up. make today count, make it happen. The time is now, stay sparkly, fearless. When I plan, I get my die cuts and my stickers, and I just really try to like use what fits for that day. I love to draw and just sketch, and planning is very is needed for me. A lot of people are like, I don't want to, you know, what is there to be happy about? You guys, there's so much to be happy about. And so I encourage you to look all around you. Like, you have a home. Like, there are people right now that don't have a home. There is, they are saying that if this hits the homeless population, I mean, think about, you know, so I always say look for the good and the bad, and there, you know, just be grateful. Anyway, I love you guys. Go have, start planning some fun things. Yep, plan it. Plan your date nights, plan your self-care, plan your bubble bath, you're gonna, you know, whatever it is you're doing, like, do it and really enjoy it. Bye guys, love you so much.
Night, everybody.
Good night.